your trajectory to a long, satisfying life.
Jesus spoke words to demonstrate the infinite wisdom and power of God contained in reservoirs of His Word. Jesus is in the reservoirs of the Old and the New Testaments. He is concealed in the Old Testament and revealed in the New. The revelation of Jesus Christ is only possible by the Spirit and not by flesh and blood. And Simon Peter answering said, Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answering said to him,
Happy art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, because flesh and blood did not reveal it to thee, but my Father who is in the heavens.
Matthew chapter 16 verse 16 to 17 YLT. It comes by the light of Christ as it pushes back darkness. The light of life is contained in the gospel of Christ. When you focus on it, you see spiritual reality. You will never walk in darkness again. The gospel of Christ is spirit and life. It is the light of life. You need it above all things. That's why it is raised above the name of the Lord. Psalm 138 verse 2.
The Spirit it is that is giving life. The flesh does not profit anything. The sayings that I speak to you are spirit, and they are life.
John chapter 6 verse 63 YLT.
Again therefore Jesus spake to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He who is following me shall not walk in the darkness, but he shall have the light of the life.
John chapter 8 verse 12 YLT. If you are following Jesus Christ, you have the light of life. You have the word of life. You have the living word. You have the gospel of Christ. That means having the gospel of Christ is equivalent to having Christ, the source of the light of life. It's having all you need to be who you are supposed to be. When you begin to flow in who you are supposed to be, you experience good health and prosperity. You begin to be on your trajectory to a long, satisfying life.
Because in me he hath delighted, I also deliver him. I set him on high, because he hath known my name. He doth call me, and I answer him. I am with him in distress. I deliver him and honor him. With length of days I satisfy him, and I cause him to look on my salvation.
Psalm 91 verse 14 to 16 YLT. My friend, you can only be at your best when you are in the path of who you are meant to be. If you connect with who you are meant to be, you will be like a fish in water. If a fish is taken out of water, it becomes sick to the point of dying. That's what happens when you are not moving in your authentic domain. You won't have a long, satisfying life as you are meant to. As I was writing this portion, I heard the voice of the Spirit saying that many people are sick because they are not walking in their authentic domains. They are in disobedience. Disobedience is not all about failing to keep the Torah. It's not being who you are supposed to be. It's not ministering as you are meant to. It's not being in the perfect will of God. When you are not walking in the perfect will of God, you become like a fish out of water. You will be walking out of your authentic domain. You become sick and begin to die.